Alright, one more problem number 1. Okay, answer for this one is negative 48. Number 2. Okay, answer for this one is 6. Number 3. Okay, answer for this one is 16. Alright, time for the lottery. The lottery is going to be a little bit different. You can buy a lottery ticket for $5 million. You can buy 2 at the max. You can have somebody else scan this, or you can scan it with your phone, and then it'll tell you how much. You can redeem it at the end of class, and you can win up to 10 million, 20 million, or 50 million. So if you want to buy a lottery ticket. Alright, homework check is going to be up here. So go ahead and bring it on up. For number 1, the answer is 1/3. Number 2, it's negative 8 over 5. Number 3 is negative 1/2. Okay, number 4 is 2 over 5. Number 5 is negative 9 over 8. And number 6 is negative 3 over 20. Okay, 7 is 3 over 5. Number 8 is 13 over 7. And number 9 is negative 5 over 14. Okay, number 10 is negative 5 over 2. Number 11 is negative 7 over 12. And number 12 is negative 7 over 2. Okay, number 13 is negative 24 over 17. Number 14 is negative 2. And number 15 is negative 2/11. Okay, questions on the homework? Alright, I have some makeup work to pass back. Okay, if you need help, extra help, or make up a test or retake a test, you can come in 6th period. Objective for today is patterns, functions, and algebra number 8. And our learning target for today is to find the equation of the line that is parallel to a given line and passes through a given point. Okay, for example 1, what we want to do is we want to find a line that is parallel to y equals 2x plus 2 and goes through the point negative 1, 4. So the first thing we want to do is find our slope. This line is going to be y equals mx plus b. We need to find our slope for this line, and we need to find our b, which is what?
The Y-Intercept.
The Y-Intercept, that's right. So the first thing we're going to focus on is finding the slope. If the slope of y equals 2x plus 2 is parallel to our line, what is going to be the slope of our line? What do you remember about slopes of parallel lines? They're equal, that's right. So what's the slope for this line that we're trying to find?
2.
That's right. If this line is parallel to the line that we're trying to find, that means the slopes are going to be the same. So our slope is going to be 2, because slopes of parallel lines are equal. Alright, walk by alert. What is the slope of a line parallel to y equals 4x minus 4? Okay, we want to find the slope of a line parallel to this line. If the lines are parallel, what's our slope going to be? 4, that's right. Okay, another walk by alert. Slopes of parallel lines are what? Okay, example number 2. We have y equals 1/3 x minus 2. We want to find the slope of the line that is parallel to this line. What's our slope going to be? 1/3, that's right. If our line is parallel to y equals 1/3 x minus 2, then the slopes are going to be the same. So the slope of our new line is going to be 1/3. Okay, walk by alert. What is the slope of a line parallel to y equals 1/2 x minus 7? Okay, good. If we have a line that's parallel to this line, our line is going, or our slope for that line is going to be 1/2. Okay, practice problem number 1. Bring it up and drop it off. The slope of a line parallel to y equals to negative 1/4 x plus 2. What's our answer? Negative 1/4. That's right. It's going to be the same as the slope of this line. Okay, answer for the bonus problem is 9.
Yeah, really, man.
Okay, practice problem number 2. Okay, the slope of a line parallel to y equals 3x minus 7. What's our answer?
3.
3, that's right. Answer for the bonus should be 3.
Example.
Okay, example number 3. This is the same example we used for number 1. We already found that our slope for this is what? If we're looking for a line that's parallel to this line, what's our slope for that line?
2.
Right, okay. What we want to find is an equation that's parallel to this line and passes through negative 1/4. We already found the slope for that line that we're trying to find. Now we need to find our y-intercept. So our slope is 2. To find our y-intercept, we're going to use our point, negative 1/4. We're going to take y equals mx plus b. We're going to plug in our slope. What's our slope?
2.
2. Where do we plug that in at?
M.
That's right. Next, we're going to use our point. Which of these is the x value for our point? Negative 1. And which is the y value? 4. So we're going to plug in negative 1 for our x and 4 for our y. Now we can just solve this equation for b. What's the first thing we want to do? Right, multiply 2 times negative 1. What's 2 times negative 1?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. So on the left we have our 4, and on the right we have negative 2 plus b. How do we get our b by itself?
Add the 2 plus 4.
Right, we're adding 2 to both sides. On the left we get 4 plus 2, which is 6. And on the right, we have our b. This is how we find our b, our y-intercept for our line. Oh, oops. Yep. Okay, so the x, or the negative 1, comes from our x value, and the 4 comes from our y value. Okay, and we found b is equal to 6. Now that we have our slope, which is 2, and our y-intercept is 6, to find the equation, our final answer, an equation that's parallel to this and goes through this point, we're going to plug in our slope and our y-intercept. When we do that, our final answer is y equals 2x plus 6. This is the line that is parallel to y equals 2x plus 2 and goes through negative 1/4. Okay, walk up alert. To find b, we'll use our what? Okay, to find our y-intercept, we're going to use our point. Okay, the point that was up in the top right corner. That's what we need to plug in to find our y-intercept. For example number 5, we have y equals 1/3 x minus 2. This is what we used for example number 2. In example number 2, we found that our slope is 1/3. Remember, we're trying to find a line that is parallel to this line and goes through this point. So if we're going to do that, then if the lines are parallel, our slope will be the same. Oh boy, there we go. Our slope will be the same as the line that we have. So our slope is 1/3. We want to find our y-intercept. What are we going to use to find our y-intercept?
Points.
The point, right. Okay, we have y equals mx plus b. We know that our slope is what?
1/3.
Third. So we're going to plug in 1/3. What do we need to plug in next?
Y-intercept. No, the whatever, Bryce. Whatever.
We need to plug in the values for our point, x value and the y value. The x value is 3 and our y value is 4. So we're going to plug in 3 for our x and we're going to plug in 4 for our y. Okay, when we plug this in, we've got an equation that we can solve for b. What's the first thing we need to do? We need to multiply our 1/3 times 3. So we'll have 4 on the left. What's 1/3 times 3?
1.
That's right, 1 plus b. Now we need our b by itself.
1 from the 4.
Subtract 1 from both sides. Good. When we do that, 4 minus 1 is what? What's that give us? 3. And on the right, we will have b. So that's how we find our y-intercept. Now we found that our slope is 1/3 and our y-intercept is 3. To find the equation that we're looking for, remember we're looking for an equation parallel to 1/3 x minus 2 and that goes through point 34. We need to plug in our slope and we need to plug in our y-intercept. So our final answer will be y equals 1/3 x plus 3. Alright, walk up alert. Write the equation with m equals -2 and b equals 5. Okay, if we plug in m and b into y equals mx plus b, we plug in our -2 for m, and we plug in 5 for b. Our answer should have not be, that's the second time I've done that today. 5. Then our answer will be y equals -2x plus 5. Okay, let's try a practice problem. Okay, for the practice problem, we want to find our slope and we want to find our y-intercept. How do we find our slope?
It's the same if it's parallel.
Right. We're looking for a line that's parallel to this and goes through this point. That means if it's parallel, their slopes are going to be the same, so our slope is -2. Next, we want to find our y-intercept. To find our y-intercept, we use our y equals mx plus b equation. We plug in our y value, which is -1. We plug in our slope, which is -2. Our x is 3 plus b. Now we just need to solve for b. So we have -1 is equal to -6 plus b. We add 6 to both sides. So our b is equal to 5. We need to plug this into our equation. Go ahead and get your money ready, guys, if you're going to trade it in. So our final answer is going to be y equals -2x plus 5.
What's that? Homework.
There it is. How many?
2.
Man, Dylan. I mean, come on now. Use your eyes.
Lottery tickets. Anybody have a lottery?